I'm standing at downtown Kuala Lumpur, Bukit Bintang, with the Hollyland LARK150, and today I'm going to use the LARK150s in a way I've quite never imagined I'd use it before. So I'm going to essentially use this as probably the most unconventional field recorder. I'm going to be walking around the streets of Kuala Lumpur, not quite sure what to expect, but I'm hoping to pick up as many sounds unique to this city with this setup as possible. One thing I can tell you for sure, the traffic noise is not going to be very unique.
And so begins our sound collection drive. The task was to have at least 30 seconds of footage showcasing sounds recorded with the Hollyland LARK150 system. I've decided to pair it with the Sony a7S III, and around town I went.
In case you're wondering why I've got a transmitter taped, not really taped, blue tacked on top of the receiver, that way even my on-camera audio's coming from the LARK150. Because we're supposed to record this entire thing on the LARK150, remember?
And being wireless transmitters means that I could always at any time just shove one of them as close to a sound source as possible, and I was actually able to get some pretty interesting recordings that way.
Came out with my headphones today because I'm gonna use this. I'm not quite sure if the engineers over at Hollyland who made this ever intended for this to be used this way, but there's two of them and you can set them up in a stereo pair mode. So basically one of these goes into the left channel and one of these goes into the right channel. So I'm gonna see if I can find a way, find an interesting scene and use this as a stereo microphone of sorts to kind of capture the wider soundscape that's out here. So not too sure if that works out. Even if it doesn't work out, I can always just mute one channel and use it as a mono track. But let's be a bit experimental today.
And of course, no sound design would be complete without a bit of Foley trickery. There was no way I could get a clean track of this in a noisy restaurant.
Okay. Not a chance.
So I recorded a plastic fork sinking into a jar of sugar to get that snowy sound.
That should be enough shots for the short video I'm making about Kuala Lumpur. It doesn't get any more Kuala Lumpur than this. I'm standing right underneath the Petronas Towers. Also, the weather doesn't get any more Kuala Lumpur than this. It's literally burning up here. But you should go check out that video. I haven't put it together yet. No idea what it's gonna look like. Plenty of footage, but you should check it out. Put it up on the screen here somewhere. So now I'm gonna go stand in the shade before I overheat, before the camera does.